Hi friends, welcome to the Lori Lulu Crochet Podcast, episode 53. My name is Lori. I live in the Chicago suburbs with my husband Ryan and our two cats Dixie and Daisy. And I love to crochet, and I love to knit, and I love to sew. And you can find all that crochet and yarny goodness, fabric goodness, all on my social media accounts listed down below. There will also be show notes, which are on my blog. So any patterns or yarns I talk about will be linked in the show notes. And so, welcome any new viewers. Hello. And returning viewers, I'm glad you're back. So grab something to drink in your project. And let's get started, shall we? So, about a couple months ago, my husband and I decided to join TikTok. Not that we produce any content, we just watch people and comment and support other people, other creators. Anyway, I just don't feel like right now is the time for me to start trying to learn something new. I mean, I podcast, that should be enough, right? But something that I noticed, it hit me the other day. Several women, it was always the women. They would get on, they had something that they really needed to say, so they hopped on TikTok real quick just to record something. And they either didn't have makeup on or their hair wasn't done or whatever. And they would always start off with, sorry for my looks, sorry for not wearing makeup, sorry for not doing my hair, but, and then they would go on with whatever they wanted to talk about. And it struck me like, why are we apologizing for ourselves the way we look? Like, we shouldn't have to. This is me. I make no apology, right? That's how the words go in the song. So, no makeup today. My hair is kind of done. But, I had to get up and go to work today. It's Saturday. It's like, I didn't care. I really did not want to wear makeup today. Didn't want to mess with it. All that. So this is what you get. And I'm not apologizing for it. Because this is me, zits and all. That's one thing. When they always ask, if you could talk to your younger self, what would you tell them? Don't worry about zits, Lori. You're going to have them for your entire life. So, although they're not as bad as they used to be. It was really bad when I was younger. Anyway, so I'm hopping off my soapbox now. I'm turning into my mother. Oh boy. But that's a good thing to do, right? Alright, so life stuff. What's been going on? Well, I sent in my application to the job for the school that is just down the street. That was a week and a half ago. I haven't heard anything. I think on Monday I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to call and be like, did you get it? Like, I've never even gotten an email saying that you got it. Just kind of want to know. So anyway, or maybe walk down to my neighbors, because I'd be working with him, like, hey, did you get it? That's all I really want to know. Anyway, I don't know. But as far as, I have a job right now. It's fine. Like, there's not the anxious, I shouldn't be anxious about, oh, I need this job, because I have a job and it's a good job. And yes, the distance is wearing on me, but I have a job. Unlike before, because there have been a couple times since I've been married that I was let go from a job, and months of job searching, and every time I apply, like, I need this job, I feel like I still have that anxiety, like, I need this job, but I don't. I'm okay. So anyway, but I did let my boss know that I applied for a job. I was like, just so you know, it's nothing to do with this job. It's the distance that's killing me, and that's the only reason. And he was like, well, thanks for letting me know. I was like, I'll let you know if I hear anything else. But anyway. But yeah, so today, Saturday, I had to work. Normally I work every Saturday during tax season, but this year was a little different. I thought I wasn't going to have to work at all on Saturdays, but then things changed. So, 1 Saturday down, 5 more to go. I can do it. It won't be bad. It won't be bad. It's not like I'm doing it for 12 weeks. But, let me tell you, it's really hard when the weather is like it is right now. Because it's so nice. And I think I saw Monday and Tuesday were supposed to be like 60s. Like, oh, this is amazing. I love it so much. And like, we've been warm for the last few days, and we still have snow on the ground. That's how much we've had. That's how much snow we got this month. It was really just in a month of February. So when we got all this snow. And I'm kind of glad that we still kind of have snow, because that means that things aren't flooding, because it's taking so long to melt. Things aren't. That was what really worried us, is all that snow. The water's got to go somewhere when it melts. And it's been so gradual. It's been nice. So, answered a prayer there. But yes, spring is coming, and I keep looking to see if my tulips and daffodils are coming up yet. Nothing yet. You will know when they are up. And actually, if you follow me on Instagram, you have seen that I have taken full advantage of the spring that we've got. Well, it hasn't been warm enough to sit outside and knit. I go to a park and I sit in my car in the sun and knit during my lunch hour. It was so nice. It was so nice. So, yeah. So, on to the yarny goodness. We're going to talk some finished objects. I have 2. Yeah, I do. The first one that I want to talk about is a special one. It is from the Crochet Iconic Women book. Oh my gosh. Every time I show this, I'm like, I love this book. I love this book. So this time, I did, let me find her. There she is. I did Billie Holiday. So that's what she looks like. So cute. She was a jazz singer. Most known for the song Strange Fruit. And that's what the quote is, because the lady, Carla Mitrani, who wrote this book, she puts a quote in for every person, for every lady. But so she just did a few lyrics from the song Strange Fruit. I'm going to try to get through this, okay? So, southern trees bear strange fruit, blood on the leaves and blood at the root. Black bodies swinging in the southern breeze, strange fruit hanging from the poplar tree. And that's what you think is what she means by that. Is this is a song about lynchings that went on in the South. It's still not perfect. So anyway, as I was working on Billie, I watched the movie. It's on Hulu. It's United States versus Billie Holiday. It's rated R, so watch with caution. So yeah, there is nudity and sex, of course, because Hollywood can't get away from that. And you know, she was a singer, and that's like the typical thing is for drug use, so there's drug use in there. And then of course it's lynchings, and it's horrible. And after I was done watching it, it was like how I felt after watching Schindler's List. Like, it's something that you need to watch, but it's horrible. And I can't stand when people treat fellow human beings that way. So it was very hard for me to get through it. So I was crocheting on Billie while I was doing it, so that kind of helped. I will say though that I am not happy with the brown that I chose for her skin. Skin tones are hard to get right anyway. I'm not really happy with the white or the ivory that I got for the white ladies that I've already done, but it is what it is. Skin tone is hard. But as I've sat with her for this whole week, like looking at her, it's like, it's growing on me. She looks fine. I'm still going to be looking for better colored, a better tone. I don't know. Anyway, so if I find something I like better, I will be redoing her for sure, because she deserves to have the perfect color, right? So anyway, are you ready to see Billie? So here she is. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen her. Oh, I just love how she's so pretty. I just love how these dolls turn out. So yeah, she has the gardenias in her hair, and I love that she has the side bun. I think that's so cute. So anyway, so here's Billie. Isn't she pretty? I like her a lot. I do. Oh, we'll set her over there. And now she can go downstairs and hang out with the rest of my ladies. Okay, finish object number 2 is living in this teapot bag. Because I used the teapot bag because the yarn that I used was dyed by me. It's this pretty yellow. It is called Tea Party on the Ceiling, which is a Mary Poppins reference. The contrast color that I used was this brown that I dyed, and I named it A Wooden Leg Named Smith. So there's the yarns that I used. And you're like, I thought you already made socks with that. I did. But these socks are for my mother, because we like to do matchy stuff a lot. So we're gonna have matching socks now. Of course, I still need to weave in the ends. But here's how they turned out. This is where I was last time. Let me turn around so you can see. There you go. That's where I was last time you saw them. So I just had to go through the heel, and you can see it bled a little. The dye bled a little on the sock. Oh well. It'll wash out. It'll eventually wash out. I promise, Mom. But yeah, I thought these were not super cute. I love these socks because they're Mary Poppins socks, and they're bright and yellowy and sunny and lovely, and yeah, I like them a lot. I do. So yeah, these will be put in the mail this week so my mom can have them. And speaking of Mary Poppins, my Mary Poppins bag is holding my first work, Make in Progress. I have 4 to talk about. 4 makes in progress. Okay, so in here is living. See, I heart Mary Poppins. Yeah, I do. So in here is my resume. You don't need to see that. Let me get to the front page here. Is the Cabbage Shawl by Lacey Boudry. You can kind of see it. Although she has a different last name on this version that I have. This is made for Lion Brand Mandala yarn. So you use a whole cake of that. Like, it's perfect for that. Like, that's what she made it for. I do not have Lion Brand Mandala. I had another kind of cake yarn. It is Yarn Bee Delish Boutique, which I got on clearance for $1.74. In the colorway Almond Bark is what I used. Here it is. So this is how much I have left to go. But here is the Cabbage Shawl. Let me show you the right side. Ta-da! So obviously this isn't like a mandala where it just slowly fades into one color to the next. Like, this has blotches of color. And yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. But anyway, this will probably be just something that I leave here at the house and wear around the house, because I don't know if I want to give this away. Like, I don't know if I like that. Of course, especially seeing it all in one piece here. Like, usually I just see it one row at a time as I'm working. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm to the point where I just keep going until I run out of yarn. So that's how much I have left. I will say, knots in this yarn. There was one down here. Then I had a good space, and then there was one here. And then I had two knots, like stitches apart. What? Anyway. Doesn't matter. It's just something I got it on clearance. I really could care less. The makeup of this yarn is 90% acrylic, 10% alpaca, which, can you even see the fuzzies on that one? I don't know. You see it there? A little bit. You can see the halo of it. It's still not very soft, though. You would think alpaca would be really, really soft. It's not. Anyway. So that's making progress, number 1. Number 2 is my Cabbage Blanket. I decided to call it that because I like that term better than scraps. So I'm calling it a scrap can or a scrappy blanket or whatever. I like calling it a cabbage blanket. Oh, it is living in my big llama bag. So yeah, this was given to me by my friends at Love Knots. Yeah, I have a cute little llama keychain, and then a llama stay llama. So I take this with me to Love Knots, which is knit night at church. And I just work on it. So it gets like a couple hours of love every week. So what I've done is, like, I just took my scraps, my cabbage, and rolled them into a ball. So, like, I never know what's coming next. Oh, so this one, oh, and my hook. Put that back in there. So yeah, I am just doing a big granny square, round and round and round. And of course, every round gets bigger, so it's taking longer to get around. So last time you saw it, I was here. So yeah. Woo. These are some interesting colors, and this one, the ball that I had last was some very interesting colors. So yeah, I'm stopped at this corner. So anyway, I think 3, 5 more balls left. And then I have a skein for the border. So, ooh. Yep, it's just going, going, going. Alright, the next one I wanted to show you is the Eva Cardigan. Now, I'm having issues with this pattern, but that's just because I didn't read it first before I started working on it. Because I want the stripes to go in a certain order. And so when I was working on it, that's what I was picturing in my head. But the way she has you make it, it's in the different order. So in my head, I thought I was going bottom up. And in reality, we were going top down. So I was like, well, I'll just have to reverse the stripe order when I do the sleeves. Because I've done the back, I've done the 2 front panels, and now I'm on the sleeves. And then I got thinking, this is a moss stitch. So you can see the so when it changes colors, when it's at the edge of the stripe, you can see the sawtooth of the moss stitch. Like if I just reverse the order of the stripes on the sleeve, they're going to be the sawtooth is going to be upside down to what? Like the rest of the body of the cardigan. The words, Lori. Get the words out. So then I was like, well, I can't have that. So I was like, I'm just going to have to reverse engineer the sleeves. Do them totally backwards. This is trying my patience. So anyway, so I started, let me show you the colors first. So I have ivory, and I have denim, and I have linen, are the 3 colors. And actually they go, I was trying to do it all smooth. Oop, let me drop them again. They go in this order. So, after looking at it, at the pattern, and I'll just reverse engineer it, I'll reverse the stripes, all that. Well, then I got thinking, that would mean that the cuff of my sleeve would be in ivory. And I don't like that. I don't like that. So you can see I've already started. I was halfway through a row and I was like, no, I don't want this. So today I started it in denim. So I have a plan. It's going to work. I just don't know if I can articulate it very well. But anyway, so started the cuff in denim. And it's gonna work. It's going to work. And the stripes will match up. I hope. So yes, the Eva Cardigan by Rebecca Langford. It is a great pattern. It's very easy to understand. I'm just making it more difficult on myself because I didn't read. Anyway. That's what I plan on working on tomorrow, is getting the cuffs started and then just going from there. And hopefully I can figure it all out. Okay. Now, the last make in progress that I have to talk about is another pair of socks, which I forgot to mention. The Tea Party socks from my mom, and the socks that I'm going to show you, I always do the basic toe-up sock pattern by Wendy Prager Geckner, and I'm incorporating the Fish Lips Kiss Heel pattern as well in those. So my friends and I are doing, it's called Socksbox 2021. There's a hashtag on Instagram if you want to go look at what everybody else is doing. And if you want to join in, it's not too late. It's only March. And it's the beginning of March. You can join it. So these are my March socks. They are living in my cute Mandalorian bag with Baby Yoda, Grogu. Figured it's March, you need a green bag. Right. So the yarns that I'm using. This is a contrast color for the heels and toes. This is a yarn that I dyed. It is called Princess Tiana because I love that dress at the end. So it's lots of green. March, St. Patrick's Day, green, green, green. And then this is the main color. It is Leading Men Fiber Arts. I'm not sure what base this is. I have lost the ball band. I bought this several years ago at Stitches Midwest and made something with it, hated it, and tore it apart. And then I've had this yarn in my stash for a long time, so they're becoming socks now. This is the colorway New Day. So there's turquoise, there's blue, and there's yellow. And then there's a little bit of green where the colors blend. So, yesterday, I had finished the Tea Party socks. And get ready to start my March socks. So I was going to get lunch. And it was a long line at the drive-thru. So, I'm sitting there. I cast on my socks in the drive-thru at Wendy's. And then I went to the park again. Like I said, I sat in the parking lot, ate my chicken nuggets really quick, and then knitted and listened to my audiobook. The audiobook that I'm listening to is Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, because she's the bomb. And yeah, on the way home today, I got to the part where Marianne is sick, and it's like, oh no, what's going to happen? I know what's going to happen. Anyway, but here's my March socks. So yesterday I got through most of the toe, and then I joined the new color today. So yeah, I worked on this for a bit, and then I was like, okay, I need to start that cuff, get that going. So these are my March socks. I think they're gonna be so cute when they're done. So that is makes in progress. Okay, so now on to things that I have acquired. Things that are going to be something someday. I don't know it. So Sunday I met up with Rose from Rose Likes Crochet podcast here on YouTube, and another podcaster who I hadn't heard of, but she's got a podcast, and I will link her down below. I've already subscribed. I will be watching when she posts a new one. Her name is Kit, and her podcast is All Things Crochet and Knit with Kit. And so we went out for lunch, and then we went yarn shopping. We went to Yarns to Die For, we went to Michael's, and we went to Joann's. And yeah, I'm on a yarn ban. Like, I'm not buying yarn, and I didn't buy yarn, but I helped them buy yarn. And I helped Rose buy beads, because she actually sells a lot of stitch markers in her Etsy shop. There'll be a link to that. And so she was like, I need more beads, and so oh, here, and I'd throw them in her basket. She's like, thanks, I need those. Not a problem. I can help other people shop. Not a problem. Anyway, so let me show you what they brought me. I promise next time I will bring a gift for you guys too. I don't know. I just wasn't thinking, like, oh, I had thought about it earlier, like, oh, I should make a gift for them. Totally forgot. And then the process of trying to get ready for church and then head out after church, it was crazy. Anyway, I got this lovely Christmas bag that says Joy. Which I have that stitch marker I used for my mom's socks is Joy because that's my mama's name. Anyway, so I got this card from Rose. Lori, I'm so glad to have you as a yarn friend. Yes, indeed. Feeling is mutual. Let me grab something. I forgot something that she gave me. Okay, so she gave me a hook, and I've already been using it for my Kelsey shawl. But it is Sirdar. It's a West Yorkshire hook. Here's the package. It is a 5mm H hook. This is what it looks like. It's really nice. Nice soft handle. And I feel like the hook is really good. Like, I know we all have our preferences. I am definitely a boy girl. I like saying that. So yeah, the crochet hook Boy, B-O-Y-E. That's my favorite. But these are really nice too. So yeah, I've been using that on the Kelsey shawl. And then also, speaking of Rose's stitch markers, she gave me a few, which you have seashell, there's a stingray, palm tree, and dolphins, which, so yeah, so nice, because missing the cruise right now, the cruise life for sure. I'm wearing my Castaway t-shirt today, or hoodie. Anyway, so yeah, thank you, Rose. I really like those stitch markers. She also gave me some yarn. All of it is in bags, so sorry for the rustling. So yeah, I have 2 skeins of this. It is Barocco Vintage, so it's a worsted weight. It is 52% acrylic, 40% wool, 8% nylon, and it's a worsted weight. The colorway is 51176, which I looked it up, and it is fuchsia is the color. Yeah, I like that color. And then a whole bag of this. So on the bag it says Kramer yarns. This is what she sent me. I looked it up. It is called, I'm guessing this is the Fountain Hill base. I didn't look up the percentage, like what the makeup is. But it is definitely a fingering weight yarn. And it's very fuzzy, so I'm thinking there's mohair in it. I'll have to look it up again. Sorry. And I could not find a colorway for this. Oh, it kind of matches my... So yeah, I'm thinking I might do something to like hold this with something else. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. And then lastly, there's this. Now the bag says Superwash Merino. I don't think so. Just from the texture of it. So like this one, it's really pretty colors. I like them. I think this is more cotton acrylic. And there's even beads. Can you see them? I'm gonna focus on them there. You can see one there. So yeah, there's all kinds of sparkliness going on in this one. And this one I think is Cascade. Because when we were at the yarn shop, I saw something similar to this. And it was a cotton yarn, but it has sparkle in it. Ooh, shimmer, shimmer. I can't remember the exact Cascade that it was. Anyway, that's the yarn from Rose. And then from Kit, this cute bag from Joann's with birds on it. She gave me some chocolate. Yes, this has been sitting in here waiting to be opened since Sunday. Yeah. Anyway, so, and then she gave me a bag of yarny goodness. Sorry for the rustling. Okay. So in here we have craftily dyed yarn. Links to all this will be in the show notes if you are interested in this. Look at this. All those speckles. Oh my gosh. It is so pretty. Look at all those colors. So this one is called Freestyle One of a Kind color. So yeah, I have no idea what this one's called. But it does remind me of, I have to look it up again. I can't remember. But I had a yarn that had similar colorings to this. It's just gorgeous. So this is, it says soft singles, but it's 100% superwash merino. There's no nylon in this. So I don't know if I'd make socks out of this without nylon. Just saying. And then the other one is from Southern Skeins. It's the Sock Club. This was the November 2020 colorway. It's called, so the main color is Madre's Plaid, and then the contrast color is called Glow. So here you go. And these are stitch markers that Kit made. Cute little angels, which I love angels. So, yeah, let me see if I can pull this out. Maybe. There we go. So you can see all the different colors. Like, there's some bright orange in there. Some red, turquoise. Maybe a little bit of purple. I don't know. Like right there. Yeah, those will be cool. And then here's the glow. It's just a plain yellow. It's not even really a tonal. It's just regular. Anyway, very pretty. Thank you very much, Kit. Oh, but while we were at Yarns to Die For, which is in Frankfort, Illinois, if you're near Chicago area, that's where you can go. While I am on a yarn ban, I was like, well, I still need some knitting needles for some projects that I want to do. So I did buy those. So I have Chalgoo. Chalgoo is my favorite knitting needle. Of course, it's really the only kind I've ever used besides the cheap ones that you get at Hobby Lobby or Joann's. So yeah, I got Chalgoo, the red circular. This is a 4.5 millimeter, so it's a US 7. And then I got their bamboo double pointed needles. I got 4.5 to go with this one, so I'm going to be making a hat, so I need double pointed needles for closing. And then I lost one of my double pointed needles, so I was like, well, I'll just buy a whole new pack. This is 3.5 millimeter for another hat that I'm going to do. So, even though I didn't buy yarn at Yarns to Die For. Rose bought me some yarn. I was like, she's like, pick one out. I was like, no. And she, yes. Okay, I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue with you. Especially since I saw that they have 3 Irish girls at Yarns to Die For. Because that's to die for, 3 Irish girls. Yeah. So I found this one. I do have a project in mind for it. It's not that I was just picking it because it's pretty. It's the Adorn Sport. So it's 100% merino, 20% nylon. So it is sport weight. So you don't get as much as you would with fingering weight. And the colorway is Margaritaville. Ta-da! Oh my gosh. Look at that pink and that turquoise and that yellow. It's so pretty. I love this so much. Anyway, I will show you what I'm going to do with this, because I have a plan. So, I don't know if you remember, was it last episode? I was like, oh, I have some patterns I printed up. I cannot find them anywhere in this house. So, I reprinted them. So, for Margaritaville, I'm going to be doing this hat. My friends have been doing this hat. My friends who knit, so it's Kimberly, Leticia, and Gabby. Gabby and Leticia have done this hat before. Hi, ladies. I totally didn't forget to say hello. Oh, and Rose and Kit. Hi. Anyway, Gabby and Leticia have done this hat, and it is just gorgeous, and I drool every time they do one, because they've done several. It is called the Alaska hat. Now, of course, I have black and white copies, so you can't see, but there's trees in here, and then they used a variegated yarn, so it looks like the Aurora Borealis shining through the trees. Like, of course, I've never done color work in knitting. I've barely done it in crochet. So yeah. I need to do this hat. I need this hat. So, Margaritaville, I think I have a black or a navy. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to see how much I have left of each. Because, you know, stash busting. Yeah. So, this will be linked, as well as the next few patterns that I'm going to talk about. They'll all be linked in the show notes on my blog. So, I was gifted some yarn. I don't have it with me, it's downstairs. So I was able to get a skein of River Knits yarn in the colorway Starry Night, which that's one of my favorite paintings. I love it so much. So I was like, oh, I need to find something that is worthy of this yarn and this colorway. And so I went on to River Knits website, was just looking, and then saw a shawl using that colorway. I was like, oh, I can see what it looks like when it's done right there for me. Thank you. So then I got on, figured out. It is a crochet shawl. So yay. I was wanting to do crochet something with it. But it is by the fabulous Faye Hughes from the Crochet Circle podcast. Yeah, this is a paid for pattern. So is the Alaska hat, just so you know. Yeah, this is called the Omni Shawl. Can you see, like, so it's a very simple shawl. So it's going to show off the yarn beautifully. And then it has a little, you can see some of the lattice work. Just some little lacy bits to give it a little spice, you know. Don't know when that's going to be started, but someday. Then this is a free pattern. I have some leftover yarn, and a lady in Love Knots, Margaret, she has been making fingerless mitts like crazy. And so I was like, well, I want to make some too, but I want to crochet mine. I don't want to knit mine. I have enough with knitting socks right now. Someday though, I will knit some fingerless mitts. But I thought these were really cute. They're the arched cuff fingerless mitts. This is from Cascade Yarns. It is a free pattern. Link to it in my show notes. But yeah, I thought those were really cute. And then the whole reason I had to buy the 4.5 millimeter needles was for this hat. It is called the Bankhead hat. It's a worsted weight knitted hat. It looks simple enough. I think I can do it. Yeah. I have yarn ready for it. It's yarn that I dyed. Anyway. And then, so those were the 4 patterns that I had printed up before. Couldn't find them. I'm sure now that they're printed and I know where they're at, I'll find the other ones. Anyway. But then I was on Facebook, and Katie and the Squid, she's a yarn dyer and a crochet designer. She had a pattern that she's like, it's free only for today. So I was like, I really liked it. I thought it was cute. So I grabbed it. So it's not free now. Like, you'll have to pay for it if you want it. It is called the June Cowl. There you go. Let's see. Can you even really see it? So yeah, it is a herringbone. Yeah, herringbone half double crochet. So I figured it's for a worsted weight, so I figured this would be perfect for it. Ah! Everything's falling on me. Get over it. And then the last pattern that I want to show you. It is a newly released pattern. My friend Leticia sent it to me this morning. She's like, it's free for 48 hours because she's releasing it. So by the time you see this, it's not going to be free. I'm sorry. But I'm thinking you would willingly pay for this pattern. Are there any other pictures? I was just wondering if, because the one, so Leticia sent it to me because it's called the Jane A. Shawl. In other words, it's Jane Austen shawl. So here is the front, the main picture that you can find it. Here's another picture. Of course, mine is black and white. Sorry, you can't see, but it's 5 colors. It's a good stash busting shawl. It's knitted. So yeah. We'll have to see. This will have to wait for something special. For sure. It's 2 fingering weight strands held together. So it'll be a nice squishy warm shawl. And it's supposed to be like really big. I don't know if you can tell, but like she has it tucked in her belt too. Like it's that big. Whoa. Alrighty. That is everything. I'm ready to go take a nap. Thank goodness dinner is done in the crock pot. Yay. Anyway. So I know I said I was gonna try to do something different. I did try something different this time. I was gonna record little segments throughout the week to show you everything, and just wasn't working out. So I was like, well, I'll push through today, through work, get the podcast done, get this edited and done, so tomorrow I can rest after church. Anyway, so I may try it again. I don't know. We'll see how this. Just have to play it by ear. So I'll see you later. Have a great day. God bless.